Bramo, so who come Bramo now? Tis and Pano.
I didn't know only have Ramo.
I don't mean Americans Pano don't be a tea. So don't be the TV, we don't be crap platform.
So
that I would even buy a mama program. No, I couldn't. Oh, check it, listenership. No, Uber said the American and yet,
Baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean so baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean
the platform, Apramen and Yapani Pompeiso. The platform, the Cardinal Nana Yaukesi, Son Sonchi, Ason Senchie, and in Senchia, a call Batako Bramai a Sinukoso, Atwa Petiaman Timfi, a Sansa Crocotiaco, the platform Suni, as is in Conda Sisia Jack Amatran Conda Trenufua, Brana Yaukesi, the Cardinal Tiajamu, Ewo Peace, 104.3 FM. So the platform, Odoso Pio, Adi Doso and Sempudium, Amanyosam, Abrabomunsam, Asitremunsam, and Yamansa who was on some. And it's a wood will be idea. And in Asia Nanaya Cassie, the Cardinal one in a poundful. Our the platform to be so. Wo Peace 104.3 FM. A Jordan will quader number biada a free no or chocopim nondu. The platform our Peace FM and somewhere is here the Abba, the Acro, and the Yatian the Yahu, Ninani and Udina Apreto, and the Sombina Yansia, Nabanuswa, Emia, the platform. China what you be Ghana, my Ghana.
Batana, Yamiesha no da Wamanu near my penny nala, now Wamanodo. Eyasa se Batana, Empe Opu.
I was for a Mamuna Joe and then you bring so. Mankumada Roma, Yetiase, and a Juada, a strong consent, a Juada chat for September, Busumi, Winshe Bibu, Unkwanina, Winshias, Juada Wibium. Nti eda sonko ewo obrabom ene adwui urayere Rita Usu Ansa dodo na fro obatampa o Rutabi phones eye wawoda ukunu Mr Duke Usu Ansa ono ene we penne awoda Rutabi phones ano one o mani adwumafo a ewo Rutabi phones nyina ene Isaac Odro ohia sa branti Isaac Odro se omo ema utinkwa no wawoda pa Urayere Rita Usu Ansa ya etafro obatampa Isaac say oye na sonko zik na adwumafo ni nyina message no omo say oye na ene eyere sonko eza yere ndi omo say firi ukunu de aka ndi firi adwumafo no boys no omnya kakata firi ansamana ne yeah boys zibe kunipa Eti sene eda no meka kire mu no meka kire mu na me ame ofa honorable Boache Ejaku enso hye mu bo se sene nada je tie biada bosumi bia obepone ehon baako e de amayen na ya twetwe nkomo mo kan ada etwa mu no bosumi etwa mu ye di nkomo efa nsu yire ho tete won kran ene nkran ene kwan a koko esusu senke betime den kran afa so se be nsuo enyiri mfaye ene se ne yesi aye no ba bi ati sesi ene ne ogidi se ye betime aye ama enkran aye fe na aye kama eno ye twehwe ho enkomo ene ye ba bedi nkomo e de afa adansi eho oya yesi se be ya Ghana fu benya ba bi pa ada yesi housing deficit yesi Ghana fo ni baby party na no so hu census na e ba ye no a ese containers kiosk ne niam amanfo de dem ne dodo ate so otwe hu mi na die na Ghana be ye na ne ma enya adam papa ne baby party on trato ban ba was me see affordable housing e be wie no na 190,000 affordable housing e be wie na atwam 100,000 na teacher ni say me rejoice obey that to be so ti ye ba bedwindwin ni nyina ho na ya hwese e be den na Ghana fo yenya baby papa e de yeti ato eno na ye ba bedi ehun nkomo ene anwumre na medical bomb mama ne free anopa no mia me ofa onobo boache agya akon atena se dadaada ye ne no e ba bebo nkomo e de afa Ghana housing ehun na nkomo ye betwitwen we be live on Facebook Peace 104.3 FM Peace 104.3 FM your test line and your WhatsApp line no 0556 700 700 0556 700 700 0556 700 700 and only line ye de adwuma ene enwumre mesre line no menka se freso menka se freso text message any WhatsApp pe and abitumi e de afa so se be ya e bitumi anya kwan na ye ne offer atwetwe nkomo na nwumre e from me na ya okesi bitumi from the Cardinal Isaac Oduro Patricia Sefa Fisher Emmanuel Atiemo Gobe and Samuel Apia Prince Balfour Asamo Elizabeth Jean omna hyehyɛ na medihu chiame platform na nebre asui time with offer boache ejako kache onu ase ejako mre no aso ewo Peace FM ha sei entity ya hye nkomo na ase de offer fidie nto ase na untie ensempa ya asopa epe eti honorable boache ejako in the seat tonight.
So Rebecca be Abwagana Nagana Beyo Eyo Efreminoro Mi mangana Adeshe mama mama swear.
Okay, enti ena me offer e wo ha say dia ne naja na chiado na yahye enkomo twetwe no ase oba majo
wo fa se
oba
so
na mpacho wapu
na me adaruma o de achem na wo so
o erade adom
woni wo cruise o mu go nyina
ai wa fa bi cruise ndi cruise o o mu ye cruise angasa
o mu nyina o mu cruise de na Nebukadnezar
Isaac be na bukra mame o fa na buka o Isaac brother ne be o si nebo Abraham se wa si o nebo
Nebukadnezar cruise de go
o fa we mka de Nebukadnezar kra han go be sua de from wo akoye o jam njen je wonyenyenyen Isaac Oduro
o Isaac de ohunu sa akwa
Woma wonyo na mini odi an kan kwa me boy anya yie krom ha nyina fra Isaac Oduro
sa
o fa me na mka kiro
oh ene Isaac dan so bi oye
o fa se o hwe ni yie o fa o be na hwe ni yie na Isaac die mini odi ho anto ye Ghana ha nyina
odi ampa
o fa
ene we are tough
Isaac is tough so odi an gampa bibia timi ne dia na zo tumu se Isaac Oduro hu ne bono nebo ode hu nebo anya hwe o Isaac oba na Isaac ngonya obeyi de o alla enya ade good oda to bona hwe nebo ma me why anti me offer na transe na offer if you ti say o party mo ti say
alright party there we are there obetin sembom kakra I said this can nowhere cool na say MMDC is warm selection and confirmation no and na a day winting kakra a background na young comrade nyina no say nyade fufro this is not the first time one appointed MMDCs both MPP and NDC na yenya sa headaches no na media mi susu se Ghana yɛn nyinaa ɛna yɛnte local governance process na se.
Ọfa ma yẹn hwẹ sẹ ẹ bẹ ti o yà sí ansa.
Na obi a ɔyɛ wagye ntutu asɛm ahenkyɛ ahyɛ te sɛ Kenebo Getneza ne kyɛ esunu sɛ.
Ɛbɛ wan.
Kenebo.
O sɛ.
Oh, na nyɛ Kenebo wo na akɔ asɔre me kɔ yɛ akyɛ.
Yà wọ́n sọ ọ̀hìn ní sẹ́yìn.
Kenebo.
Nebo diẹ.
Kenebo.
Nebo ní wáyé.
Oh, nana yaw.
O de bodi ni ẹ bọ.
Dabi yɛ mɔdi no.
Kí wáyé.
Kenebo.
Nebo diẹ.
Kenebo.
Nebo diẹ.
Nebo.
Nebo ni baabu.
Oh, Nebo ni baabu mu sɛ.
King.
Nebo.
O de ka Nebukadnezar.
Dabi. Ɛnyɛ Kadineza. Mɛmi hwɛ ɛnyɛ saa na ɛwɔ baabu no. Ɛnyɛ Kadineza.
Sɛyin.
Ɛnyɛ Kadineza.
Na sɛyin.
Nti yɛn kɔ. Mɛ dɛ Nebo na mi nim.
Peace FM 104.3 Woodman Take.
Ọfa. Ọfa sẹ ẹ abúrọ̀nyẹ.
Wei dɛ nkamidi kɔhyɛ ɛyi o.
Ọfa sẹ abúrọ̀nyẹ.
Kamidi kɔhyɛ ɛyi communicator.
Asa. Dabi ọfa sẹ abúrọ̀nyẹ.
Yee Awurade Nyankopɔn.
Wàá abúrọ̀nyẹ. Odi a nkasa mi nka jọ sẹ tell Ọfa all ears are listening to him tonight but it will be a great mistake for him to trust Isaac Oduro. Kafra. Ọba Kafra.
Sɛ mu mienu ade atɔ mu ani da.
Ɛ wɔfa wɛde anto awɔ yɛ ni ansa o. Isaac Oduro.
Yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ akyire.
Yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔfa. Yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ.
Yaw sɛdeɛ na mesi ka no. Ɛm sɛ yɛn nyinaa na yɛnya nte adwene pa a ɛtaa local governance akyi. Particularly MMDCs. Now, ebi a wɔsi ebisa yɛn ho sɛ so mmara ne nhyehyɛeɛ no ne papa ni anaa nsesaeɛ bi wɔ mu a ɛwɔ si ɛsesa anaa ɛkwan foforɔ bi wɔ hɔ a yɛtumi de yɛ local government. Ne nyinaa no ɛwɔ si adwendwen ho because nsɛm a ɛde ba no ɛmmoa ɛna weaken assemblies no. Enti ɛwɔ si yɛtena si din ne yɛhwɛ ne yie ne yɛde kɔ adwendwen mu ne yɛhwɛ sɛ local governance structure anaa process a ɛda hɔ sesei no. Is it the best for us? Me assure say yɛhwehwɛm yie a ebi a adwen foforɔ bi bɛba. Because wotie nsɛm no a ebinom ka no a as a kamea yɛ sɛ adwene pa a ɛtar local governance akyi no tene yɛnya nte aseɛ anaa yɛnya yɛadwen sɛ ɛno na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde yɛ adwuma.
Okay.
Otherwise ɛnɛ na metie obi sɛ ka ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ ne sɛ president nominate yɛ no ara no
Na ɔdam.
na dɛm
Hwɛ.
ɛm sɛ nipa korɔ no ɔmu nkɔmpɔ nkɔhwɛ n'akyi mmerɛ bi a atwam no na saa ne teɛ dc kwabena kɔ akyi nom tae wɔn mu didi nsɛm ho bebree wɔ kuroma. And you see the authority of the presidency to about national no from hono they must also musunya say wo kwan kra ye de won bra no ebefa so enti so also president nominate na straight enquire na form for na enya say so no e was say e obi a ye say we ye nim na dwene po we ye ne hwe bom wo ya bra bom wo ha ebe. You see, people forget, say, in 1963-64, Ghana be a one-party state. President Nkrumah no say MPs no krano. Yen to ban en select wo mu.
Ono abeyi.
Na ono abeyi. Okoyi Kwesi Gapson.
Onyanzafo.
Okoyi Kwesi Gapson from Central Region. Ebe ye ne MP for Abuakwa. chebi ontena hoda ne classmate bi ani ho wanko school wo ho onim ho asem onim ho adehye onim ho temamufo abaye ne MP wenti Kwesi Gapson ntimi antra parliament anka achimabu akwa asem one day kurada
onim ho entina sa
mistakes aye twa mu nyina no this local government act decide say ya nye ne sabio enti niema ne bi wo ha momon me ensa nkoyechi na mmon yenhwe ekwan kora ye toso koye nimu a ebeyi edinsem kakraba but megidi say we nyensem bia yenya solution ana yentimi overcome kakra ebinum be rejected ebinum so be fem na this moment there eye kasade ene akwankyere ene ebitimi edi afem niam adwo
but na obiso I didn't come out can say Ateki president between January and September to nominate the MMDCs. Abra omo grassroots on esu na say after 8 months they buy almost akwa aba na ya reject omo na kire say ampa as a form of for no so no say nipa no mo mpe no ayet say imposition
Daniel
papa
adie bia enye kasaprekutumi no yedi hu abobo
as anything
say if it's not by fiat and dictator me can obi nkambi asemasi na me de na bat say de nkroma de Kwesi Gapson e ba achimabu akwa afei achimabu akwa fo heli Kwesi Gapson say woni e MP senye sa na tie dia ene ye sinkonwa ena ye bobo asem no ho na ye nyina ya dwene akobenkrom anase omo empene kura no omo nyantiase bi ana omo atiase omo abeye domkuma na dom kese no ese yenye ne sei ana asemasi ene emfa no the act no is said the president nominates so no say a nomination there not just an approving authority approving authority no a assembly na assembly no a hwanum omu jina as assemblymen ena omu aban power omu as elected nominated members or appointees se odi obi kwa as an assemblyman na wuntimi nka se eye kasaprekutumi na mede na badia ene also hu sa formfo no there need to be a consultation so wa anya consultation na wa amfa kasade anyone kasa abrotimi benepetri so no and I believe say as a party crano I will say clear methods and processes and procedures and stick to them. Look, this one you can't say be a nomination constituencies. Obi a open for our application, bro. Ebinum baby or ha nipa be 20 something. And natural applications score. Or more through vetting. Or more region ya shortlisted. Or move CV near DNA or more by national ya recommendations. One would have expected to say, in this process, constituency, or ye di nipa PPP 29 or 30 by political leadership in the constituency, another district, betrancy, I shape a discussion amongst the larger party and omo apply. Yes, omo apply and near the as a conveyor belt near the core. There ought to have been a political discussion at that level. A core region so there ought to be some political discussion going on all the way through region. Say no, obia o apply bi no. Na junior said non on nanko sefata. And so they to say ahinidwa nipoya da ba ko na be transfer. Until without that discussion, the sentiments, any sentimentalities on the ground. No akophobia. A form for no dear, ka only omu di sa ankomo no a, come catch your point blank, sa kwa we di yini free. Na se unya a clear discussion, ne se asemesi dear. Masa, no amana twene ho. Wo de ne be ko baby fufuro a na be ma ne baby fufuro. Because you see, at the way, so long as you can impose, you must discuss. And so long as you discuss, you must hear the other side. Na asamwa omo kano wetie na sopem enti se wa anya processes ni sa heading sembeba na media. I will advise my party say I will say yetena se yesi nkonya na yetena se na yeka se processes are de be family. What are the exemptions? So one apply bia onka ho me comment bi say so wa apply kura no a yenim so osefata one wan yenim so osefata I say army recruitment now we say ye apply woka say nkrofo apply it means say omo person omo kosoja no
ana de be
omo ba apply obi a onye na dwen say onko no on pesoja no on apply you apply 50,000. Ya shortlist ya mabedru 450. Ya call body selection. Ya call medicals. Ya call hwan. Ye wie ya osio enkrofo be 100 bidie. Ye nim se omo ye better than omo call through all this process.
Tom de na hia kra so omo fa we mu bi.
Wan na kire se omo ye better. E dey na kire se because dia wodi omo fa mu no. Processes out your buffet muno and the chance of me a better no me better no more fast process ni bia. How do you determine? And now say you go school ye call common entrance ye they call secondary school ya ye for penny ya select o se o nkrofo bi de nso hwe no mo antwuru bi kura bati enim se o mo aben pa
omo de o ma ben o mo standard kura bro sa so bi
enti o mo de o for panya gi o mo automatic mo koye nso hwe no ya drop bi edin sempi ba. It is a recipe for confusion. Enti media my advices, let us draw a process and stick to it. Say if the process says say president ni beyi ni pa obi ani ho asam kan na yate ase. But once you lay out an escalation process, you better follow it. And yes, I wouldn't talk on eneba.
O can say in the context of MPP and as o can say nka Ghana nyina sa na yenye no.
In all the existing emra ewo ho no. All the political parties because NDC force were to omo. Ye mienu ne yaba abamu da. Ye nyina no eto ye. So abeka Liman, Mr. Liman, John Mahama ni nipo yi was sisala. He was rejected. So no. Enti eto ye mienu nyina. And it is, I suspect, enema mienu ana miensembi. Ni edikan temamufo ye nyante process na si ye. Local governance na nkasa no. Ye nyante asi ye. Secondly, enti I was say nchirechire mu ni achirechire ba. Secondly, me suspect to say ye processes say ye di you know. And ye clear papa. And a young kasano yentumi enhye ye ho so eni so. So no.
The more man kasa mo agree say mo be ye no.
Obehe no
mu nya sa ho hye so no.
Da bi. Obehe no. Na asimesi ye troso no pounds shortlist no amfa no. Ene wo de Brett Street near no interview separately. Look, I heard the a bill one go through the process, but and I've heard excuses or explanations to say, oh, here say, go through because you didn't the caliber. See, you the caliber. Why did you even ask the others to apply?
At what point are we the caliber?
See, you name the caliber. It means that you knew the caliber before. And son, now okay say how did the uncle say? Side district with the mobile ma.
It maybe say at what point now who here because then ka be process na se no. Unim ne caliber dey no waka say.
You stop the process.
Minim bo acheja akunti mobile ma ha.
Sir. But ukofa obam crofo fem. Ebra fem. Na echire no obi a wan fa process nim. Na o de command no. E de menase poba e de nsem ba so no. Ena democracy system ye womi. Ebi no maitra. And someone emfa democracy creative the bem. So we have to be careful. And we have to be sensitive. Say, so wouldn't wu kura to me kura and na yen you kura to me kura no. In politics, it is always a consultative process. Ya dwenje ho, ye nyina trase. Nyansa ente bokroso. So no. And nobody has monopoly over wisdom. Nobody has monopoly over wisdom. Until I was say a jitum say politics niye dia, democratic politics niye dia. Nature say consultative process no is going to be key. What do you mean chief obi aso? What chief obi so a nipa kro no o ka kire nse onye odom. So na ye ya odom so a de wo ye bia no kai se domtefo no o mbese no.
Ana bo ba cheja akon ena enanwumre ene no etwetwe nkomo na de ye bedi nkomo de afa dansi bia nipa benya ede ne ti ato housing na ho nkomo ena ye ba bedi ene anaji na era Paul Asamoah achimansa aban krachi pani o de platform dwuma ye no wa ndedie otrizo ye ene de oso aduasanson ya omoto aba ho ni nyina o de aduasanson ni nyina ato ma o
Amen.
Omoto no yes as a Paul wadwuma aso ani Paul de no ho hyede ni asem wadwuma aso ani pa anti Paul utri nkwa china nyame ya adom a boy lai enso be ko si na ni mu china era boy lai also platform ye ni no o boy nyame nti
ye man trinkwansa
ye ma trinkwansa nyame nti o obetimi afam ama bibia akọ kama na no memenda about we free abawa ho our abawa radio our London or say NPP omo inaugurate North London chapter na Chairman Mugabe ena aja omo eyi ni se chairman enti Mugabe utrinkwa oyirabawa se oma utrinkwa waya ade utrinkwa na ose offer ejakon greetings from Abawa Radio UK to honorable offer ejakon Chief Mine say Isaac Odro is good on the job, but the other side there tell offer it is wahala. You should not try it.
Chief is did not know to.
Offer chief is not know to move. You
and you'll see a conference on this matter.
Now offer ye pa ye ama bibia aye kama. Na yenu ma one Zima FM. Ye nyame ntie se Ohini bi se de nti o de meba ho so wasoma nipa se omunko bubu Nzima FM se moye den moye mu radio adwuma mo aka asem a ono nani nye ho ewrade a ya shikurum ha anyway ofa de ye baba no so enti se am di ka aka kire m na 0556 700 0556 700 eno ena ye de edi dwuma ene enwumre over moja mona moye policy for some can say housing deficit ne ma ne ade ya na mo pesa mo kire sen pacho
you housing deficit there ushe especially ushe census wɔn report bi a wɔn issue. The last one ɛda m'anim ni 2010 population and housing census. Housing in Ghana. Ɛwɔ kwan a ɛhyehyɛ ɛmi yi ho sɛ nipa dodoɔ sɛn ɛna ɛwɔ Ghana. Na nipa dodoɔ a ɛwɔ Ghana no sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛsusu sɛ nipa nsia ɛna ti fie baako mu ɛbɛtena fie baako mu a adan ahe ɛna yɛbɛhia ɛna yɛsusu sɛ nipa 9 ɛna ɛbɛtena 2-bedroom house so a adan ahe ɛna yɛbɛhia wɔn sɛ wɔn kɔ census wɔn yɛ enumeration no a wɔn bisa sɛ efie wɔ nipa sɛ na tim wobɛhwɛ bɔnworo baako na nipa baako ɔne ne kraman ɛna baabi wɔ so a nipa bɛyɛ 2 ɛda kiosk baako nti wɔn strike average na wɔn hu sɛ on the average no nipa 9 anaa nipa 9 ɛna ɛyɛ household ti wɔn yɛ saa calculation no wohwɛ 2010 a ne yɛ population ne yɛ 24,658,823 na adan a yɛsi wɔ Ghana ha ɛyɛ 3,392,745 enti sɛ woka sɛ nipa 6 ɛna yɛ a household a ɛti fie baako mu a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛbɛhia adan 4,109,804 ɛno kyerɛ wo sɛ adan a yɛhia no ɛboro deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ no so that is estimated housing stock per saa population definition no ɛboro saa 3.3 million adan a ɛwɔ hɔ sisei no. And so there is a deficit of 717,059.
Okay.
So no. Ɛna sɛ yɛyɛ ne sɛ nipa 4 ɛna yɛ householder. Then it means say yɛhia adan 6 yɛbɛhia adan over the last 4 census no yɛbɛhia adan 2,771,961. That is what we mean by deficit, the housing deficit.
Okay.
Adan a esi hɔ sese ɛne sɛ yɛhyehyɛ sɛ nipa 6 ɛna ti fie baako mu a adan sɛ na nka wohia. So no wote baako free wote existing stock no free estimated housing no and then amount deficit to cry here.
Okay. And by some standard definition, you know, at the end, you to say a dying and a fee.
The characteristics of housing says to say uhia niyama bi. One, the housing structure itself. And census no among different types of materials are yedisi adan. Free concrete, papa to kiosk and what they call the flimsies. Kiosk ne Notre Dame near the plastic abubo bibi. Nina are considered as dwelling places.
Okay.
But ocean from the proper human standpoint, a bit of her, and you say a jitum, say a housing.
Okay.
So no, because a so substandard, but because of deficit, no, and because of mobrowa, only be baabi a obenya de ne trato bia na ɔde ato na wafrɛ no sɛ ne fie characteristics of housing no ankasa no ka wobɛhwɛ a ɛdan no structure a ɛsi hɔ no ankasa a meet certain standards. Then also what Yebe can say infrastructure. Ebini say ensure waste, solid waste disposal, toilet, electricity, and acquire alcohol. Sani nyina na wosa wo ka bom na wo ka say this is a house.
Okay.
Mpempi no nya sa na tie. Mpempi so wo hwe statistics na ɛwɔ housing ɛyi no mu a. Mpempi no nneɛma mabobɔ din. Ebi ne ho saa. You osha types of dwelling census no. It says separate houses. Just say bungalow type no. In 2010 census no. Only 28.7% and then separate houses. The adult so pa any friend of compound house. And no, you're 51.5%. And then you see Ghana compound house. So no, and uncompleted buildings, kiosk, containers, the kiosk na 1.8%. Enumerators na kayeno. There were 104,895 kiosks. Nkrofo edi aye won fie. So no
kiosk.
Na okay census no report ma. Kumasi Railways omo atwa overhead short bi. Areho. Areho say baby any party. And these are the characteristics of na on the outer walls also, they did not dying, 34%. Not dying or Ghana, 34%. And a cement, 57%. Tis a washer.
Hey, and that apartment was through.
I was through. 1,991,540. And they not dying. Edna 3,300,000.
Oversee can today at the Chennai.
Yes. Enwa debut.
Hey.
Debut.
Wow.
And I was through. And you see, as a matter of policy, I was see who say, I was see a ye bibi, a chin you who free. Sani me. Not to dine because ni now pose a risk. Ye train a ye and a hyena mud slice. But South America, me the men biponi timidri and it buries whole communities. They said the who galamsey. Yes, or to galamsey. Omote bipo so ana omote. I say. Na ensure timi ya hono bepo no na jiri efa obia whole communities disappear enti eni se ye tena ho gitum se sanity substandard housing there yaw e wo se kwan bia so as a matter of policy ye timi eye ho bibi na ye ka policy so there Yankai say 90% of Adaya wa Ghana private individuals in this. Abayin sending 90% of all houses in Ghana a private effort. So no. Ude let me go through a few from colonial times to now. No, the housing policy was to build army and police barracks.
Okay.
Single rooms for civil servants and miners. And bungalows for senior civil servants. The only time was I got just begging Alan Burns, you know. The only two exceptions are almost see a day a benefit to public was 1929 Zongo, Kumasi Zongo. This was in response to 1924 plague, you know. Plague is Kumasi. Yeah, it is a year corona year. There was a plague. Spanish flu. I extended from 1918 all the way into 1927-28. Kumasi Zongo, a dibone wo papa. Into colonial government, you know, almost new Zongo, the estate. And no I been a ukasawasi honina, a part of the new Zongo.
Okay.
The second one was 1939 earthquake. I see in Krahano. And then normal rebuild the Labadi and the Jamestown. And apart from that, no colonial government there. It's a public housing. Ghana for Benya home for so they know. Who you or more? Nothing about post-colonial. Now policy, it was directed not a fakwen biso. And chroma time no almost the policy was to build houses that you see a dying direct the informative for. 2, yamma loans, yan subsidizing loans. Timemu for with me abobisia EDC won't die. And a trade your baby housing market liberalization. And none at the HFC no money bank for housing numina. Ocean Chroma time no from 1957 to 1966. Tema Development TDC, any state housing. Tema Development Corporation can see 10,700 houses. Low cost housing. And state housing is see 1,052. That's it. From 1972 to 79, TDC SNC 7,380 subsidized houses. And between 1955 to 1981, State Housing Corporation SC 23,000 housing units. Now, what share you hear say? Any day you see here. Not just a young wire nikra. Dear government young kasano. It is only about 5 to 10% of what is needed. Ebi sa estates ebi ne North Sontreso, South Sontreso, Patase, Wokumase, Tamale, Kalpalhini, everything. Ena Tema. Temadi. Ena offense so omusi chumasin. Enti abai dia oye. Again, so me can say housing loans, concessionary yema loans are never full. Na yem timemu form fancy day. 1957 to 1966. Loans are binding my ye £2,150,000. That's it. And now, a 1954 to 1955, UN mission Biba, Ghana. Now, you mission no near from Abrams Bodiansky Konigsberger mission. Omune decide say dodoa noa esi dan de bodan so no e ho problem wo ho wɔsi dan na afei touch nsensan ɛne ɛde ayɛ so
saa serɛ no
saa serɛ no na it was causing a lot of fires nti saa commission na ɛbaeɛ ɔmo na recommend sɛ yɛma Ghanafoɔ loans a ɔmo de bɛtɔ roofing sheets ɛde abɔ ɔmo dan so and the loan nipa 3,000 ɛna nya loans no of £200 each woyɛ no to nkyɛn a early Nkrumah years no deɛ ɔno yɛɛyɛ ni then public housing wohwɛ a yɛwɔ Kanda yɛwɔ Ringway Estates yɛwɔ Laboni ɛna Tema Township na Tema Township no plan no a yɛde build 24 communities ɛwɔ Tema Township no it was to build 250,000 to accommodate a population of 250,000 by 1985.
Community 0 to community 1 to 25.
24.
24.
To accommodate 250,000. It's called the Dosiastic Plan. Dosiastics Plan. This is 1961. Maybe be Jacob Piama. It's a very interesting plan. Layout in the BBR. The problem is that it was to accommodate 250,000. Say Temani say million, over million. And a creating an infrastructural problem in Tema itself. It is a wusha. Ya koye nimno. Debian was set housing a yedika a home for population growth. We never meet it. A champon so ordinary thereby General Kutu a champon. Or not the low cost housing program 1972 by Bank for Housing and Construction 1973. Public Servants Housing Loan Scheme 1975. Armed Forces Mortgage Loan Scheme 1975. And a Real Estate Development Corporation REDCO 1977. Institutional arrangements are now policies and Odyssey Dansoman Estates. Dansoman Estates Tema DNA Ashaiman Sakumono and a man here and a Kumasi Chirapatre. A champon ya so or the 3 communities ebe kan Tema. In all under champon or yes, on basic 23,000 houses. Otimisi emu 6,092.
Out of 23.
Out of the 23,000, Otimisi emu 692. And Nkrumah, the earlier plan built 684. And this awusha debian ebi catchery. Na catchery no. And then the housing deficit no. Eba. So no. As we sit now, we hear 1.3 million additional houses. Yes. As we sit now, 1.3 million. But every year, the Ebeka only 133,000 houses. But we can only build 25,000. And every year, no, there's a shortage of 108,000. The bank and the Ebeka catch it up. Sanshi na we yani affordable housing because say no ya osha Nkrumah si dan pa na ɛdan a yɛsi no 1 bedroom flat ɛde nam $150,000
ɛna mɛ bi sa no a
da bɛn na wo teacher ni wobɛ hɛboaboa sika no akɔtɔ 1 bedroom of $150,000 ɛnyɛ affordable. Enti adan a all the big buildings you are seeing are not part of public housing. Na aban deɛ your interest is public housing. Nea ɛbɛma temamufoɔ ɛne onibie ne mmɔborɔwa ɔno so ɛnya baabi de ne tiri ato anadwo na wafiri kiosk. Na sɛbe nsuo kɔ ne fie hɔ ɔwɔ toilet so no access road timidiko. All those things must be the subject. Ɛwɔ sɛ ɛno ɛna public policy ɛhwɛ. Nti yɛbisa sɛ deɛn paa na yɛbɛka sɛ ɛyɛ public policy affordable housing. Ɛnyɛ deɛ yɛsisi wɔ airport yi o. Yaw me ne yɛn nka ho.
Oh, dabi wɔfa.
Oh. A lot of the great danom ɔmo keka ho ɔmo define ɔmo akyerɛ adekora a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛfrɛ no affordable housing.
Okay.
Affordable housing ne kyerɛ sɛ ɛdan no a wobɛsi no ne price no ɛwɔ fam a obi a ɔwɔ ɔgye na busuma ketua ana afia ketua no ɔde mu bɛyɛ 10 to 15% ɛna bɛte dan ne ka on a yearly basis. Yɛmfa no sɛ ne mortgage a so no enti wosi dan na ɛyɛ let's say 200,000 cedis a ɛwɔ sɛ nipa kora a ɔbɛtɔ dan no ni pay yɛ about 25-30,000 a year and sana ɛtsa dan no ayɛ den ayɛ affordable obetumi aka sɛ ɛyɛ affordable sɛ dan no agye 70% of the payer ɛnyɛ affordable to saa person
70 credits of a dan bi gye bɛyɛ 100,000%.
so no enti ɛno ɛna yɛde define sɛ what is affordable. Ɔmo ayɛ calculations bi wɔ ha.
Ɛyɛ for calculation no.
Ɛyɛ Afrique.
Okay.
Afrique ne UN Habitat. UN Habitat for a better urban future ne. Ɔmo nyinaa public institutions a ɔmo dwendwen saa nneɛma yi ho. Ɔmo nyinaa yɛ calculation bi. Na particular calculation a me use ɛyɛ by Nana Yaw Osei Wusu. Ose for affordable housing, chamber and hall must be 65,736 Ghana cedis.
So, chamber and hall.
65,736 cedis.
65,736 cedis.
Yes. And 2 bedrooms. 266,760 Ghana cedis. And 3 bedroom. 314,814 cedis. 314,814. Saa prices ɛna ɔmo susu sɛ wotumi si saa dan no at these prices a Ghana for dodoɔ ebetumi ɔmo bɛho who he ha or more on bitimi atom. Now the interesting thing is say almost say the annual average income Ghana, this was time when we almost studied, was 26,126 Ghana cedis.
Was it 26,000?
26,126 Ghana cedis. But pay a who here is a pay also wunya on the annual basis. And son, what me at top? Sad day, let's say 3. You here
65,000.
Who here a salary of 127,935 a year annual salary. Now, if this is the salary you need, now salary under 30,000. She said, "No, crying affordable." Entina, who kiosk, any containers bebre. Entina say kura Ghana this year ye da bonten. Oba he obi store anymore near somehow. Because the area say a year affordable no. Salaries are a woho no intimi sustain. Enti see ye koye nimu dia. Na wo say ye hwe e kwan kra construction costs, building costs, ebeba fam. Say ye ntimi anhwe amre sa ne a prices yasia. We can talk affordable all we want. So no, because numbers are maybe boy. Every year, the Becca we 133,000 new units meboa. And every year, the timid kahwa 25,000. It means that every year the housing deficit now will be is growing by 108,000. A bedroom baby no, we will never catch up.
Yeah, drum border that.
Well, me assure say ye tea ni na ye niema bi ahon herso ye di ye kona nibere so a ebetimi asesa niema ni bia wo say ye no laws are regulating land, any building, any construction near Dina. I will say a few years in Ghana up to now we are still using some of the colonial laws. Cap 84 no that was system. So no. Osha Kumasi Ashtown said you almost city assassin. It was under Cap 84. Salon that was you knew free young woman. So we need. I was saying a share. Ne review emra any share a woha a regulate buildings and constructions. I was saying you share me na. Dear tosumi no. I was a sa bungalow type of a density, a jersey. A jersey chese bore or bo adie no assassin wabo unfair being can ho. And on yes or the bee can. Into ye doors no na assassin ye gusuno. Your density, your population density no air kosuru. E maybe a trebno. So who kota sasia na plot ye 120 by 120. And the plot ni be a 55 by 70.
And okay, when you're full, it be cry 60 by 50.
And teacher said, "A day na man basa. Do no air pass asin. Ya drew baby a single story buildings. Ana ifitia. Nisie no, I was here. Ye ni free so. Now you see multiple dual occupancies. It's a cost. Sabrosane said to us, say 4, say 5. Na a use assassin chrono. Secondly, was set tete compound house no. I was see it me modernizing.
Of our way, mother, they move as you see.
Say you will see for Jeremy says you see for the design on America.
And to offer a baby was in the fufro.
The design I was set it me yen say a compound house. It be a 10 families in a bedroom, but to be on a bath and toilet in the facilities. Yet it said the KO 111 na families bear 7 the team a dry toilet team you know.
And look at money be.
Yeah, that's it.
Of a money be.
Yeah, that's it. Say, ya nyene sa. You been a problem with already. There's a shortage. Interesting statistics. Say you can say you see suddenly all the buildings require deficit na you woman. You see in our bungalow type. We will need 220,000 hectares. That is the size of 314 football fields. As I say here, IDBC. But see, you see multiple there. Then we need 67,000 hectares, which is 96,000 football fields, instead of the 314,000 football fields. It clearly tells you, say, Sasasini hot there, multiple dwellings, a hot and also public policy. Ya differ. Yes, I encourage bungalow. A brochure no near dear, you know, so what can say who could see a bungalow? This say, no one.
Chima babu no more.
Oh, a chima babu, they say, Nankane a in a bosso.
Odia
and Canon. No one pa.
So, no crumon at the den, you know, upon his ear.
So no. And yes, Sabasa, we say we'll see what chrome dear. And yet, yeah, Mount Quay. In Toronto, you build up. Because Nipano air doors. The pressure to provide housing, no, won't mean no single story building. In Tiano, I was saying, there tosum ye no. Asasi kroye. Asase no ne bo. Asase ne bo. Ye di shoot 3 more. So no. Enti osa banti me fa kwan biso. Na oto nsase. Debi say we are creating land banks. Ewe. Executive instrument. Yen fan ton sase. Enwu ho se san sase we. Obi ankoso ye di basic only public housing. Only public housing. In fact, district assemblies in the great team Yamra say yeah district you can only build story buildings. Untimin see if it ya no guess for bedroom. That way the land issues a bit buffer. A buy intimin control land prices that easily. But you know what? A buy bet me I say, as I see be our beton, a bro a certain price, tax a wooty and ye. Yeah, what am I say? And to say, let's say, what say, Osuho baby, oh, Thomas, I say $1 million, which is 6 million cities, right? Utia 75% of it are tax. But so who turn $400,000, then you only pay a be at 20% as tax, graduated tax. So, enti onwa oton asase no, on siki there in economics they can say excessive rent from asase no ton because a buying edges kind of free themselves. So you can use the tax system. So
that is if it is effective.
Well, it's effective in a lot of other places.
Yeah, make offer.
Well, the thing is that yet me register all lands. Since they say Ghana Post a year bay, yet me register all lands. Obia so or the national ID, national ID no any or tax ID. Now you're tiny in our bomwa. You can't escape. ebinom yɛ dan a ebinom bɛ escape but dodoɔ no ara no will now find it to say the loopholes are closing. Ebio obɛhwɛ na asase baako yɛatɔn ama wei yɛatɔn ama wei
Hey.
yɛatɔn ama wei
No more.
na you even sometimes get court officials, lands department, near yet near Mananko for documents a year. Title registration, any bit me the quick title registration, any bit me the Achilles name. Baby Piwa, Ota Sasia, within a matter of 3-4 days, your title is ready. And your title is published everywhere. Numo red enti mi nsankoton. And now Numo red the chiriba and fetchiri nsankoton. Because obekono there's a block on it. Enti sa ahono so no e wo se ehwe ye pa. Na ye make sure say getimi a control land registry title and registration. We no to nchen asasi kroya your friend alloidal owners asasi wura nom no let's say otini bi akire ho baby ni ho ahwan na ne dia
Ni papo.
ansana obi ani betete no atete asase na tom ni nyina
Da. Aton kwan da ho nyina.
District assembly for nim so no enti niema ɛwɔ sɛ ɛba ansa na waton asase no asase ni bi no ɛwɔ sɛ baabia na yɛbɛyɛ community no baabi yɛbɛsi school market ne saa nneɛma wotete hɔ ɛna kwan a yɛbɛyi wote ne nyinaa to hɔ ne ɛbɛka no na waton yɛanyɛ ne saa da biara no cost of development enti na make us say affordable housing wobɛhwɛ na ɛkwan koraa yɛde kɔ obi fie ebi ni hɔ so no again the cost of building materials building and road research for Kumasi. They've done a lot of research on building materials that you use. I can't say there, policy makers, they can say, ya jiatum, mommy emphasize quite way so, and now you're starting produce Niema ye if 90% of Niema would see dino or import you a dino bobedi. And that is the situation now. 90% of all materials are imported. There may pese me can one of the things that ehun hear me pa financing. Say no. My friend pay as you go. Usi kakra na usi kasa no atwa sai. Into the percentage of uncompleted buildings that were Ghana. It's huge. But I was see a team here to say, yeah, started with even government employees and now or more regular salary. We are Senate contributor, right? Scheme be a mehumbi a year juma or Mexico, and no more dance here and so we see so they expect actuaries expect say obey juma for 30 to 35 years and son work retirement. Into year juma 10 years now accumulate or pension sika. There's a mortgage company that takes over your pension. So and say nana ya kese o retire o pese o kwatran hafo. Your housing scheme, your housing scheme be what half. Into your pay upa join it. So na ye too. Omunyen see dino. but yɛ till towards
saa dan no
saa dan no so no yɛ till towards saa dan no sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛwie no wo pension sika no akɔdi dan no mu nti wo ne pension boom bi da hɔ bio but wowɔ dan a wodu wotiri kɔto anaasɛ let's say you are a teacher ebetumi aka sɛ after 10 years a yɛfrɛ no vested period no yɛsi dan kɔtenam yɛaka sɛ kɔtenam but wotua still wobɛtua rent te sɛ deɛ na nka wo rent before no but rent no wotua ma wo ho wotua to replace
bosia no
enti within the 30 years no na wo watua bosia saa mortgage company no state mortgage no at the ball at the see dan ma wa wotim no watua wie you still have a house and you still have your bulk pension I was say they are going to cost sad near men so near started with almost regular pays and salaries so we can then to set 30 pensioners why would pa ultimate contribute towards a retirement home no utia na kakra because keep in mind say Mesha said them say 90% of houses you see wo kroma no aban sanim individuals ya na la sulala yetiti mo weremu a edisi enti o say government policy going forward no I would say create environment and a system bia ebema na ye a lot more easy for individuals to continue building their homes. Menye sure say in the next 10 to 20 years no ye drew stage a ubenya mortgage company be ana housing real estate company bia or see maybe see 100,000 houses.
Na hoyato.
Na hoyato. Because niema ni nyina end to toe ye. Cost of land, cost of building materials, ni nyina end to toe ye until you will not get a mortgage company or a real estate company with woska bumbia or de be sade. Your situation is a detail. Until yan shishe na kakra media mi wa yirehye se ye hyehyɛ na etoto yia ne edachire ni nyina to say big companies now doing mortgages me sure say ni nyina ebetimi aba enti ehade housing is a difficult area but it is one area that every government must create the enabling environment in order to solve yanya ne saa housing, any unemployment. Kwaku frimpon or the
asam paba. Ofanya afi no de beba. Abusafo honorable Boache Jako e na ye ne no etwetwe nkomo no. Onum se of Boache Jako se de oka. No oka de adanse e wo ho. Ekwan a ye ne ebo ho nkomo yi na nsen de wa hye me bo se so why busy se de ya abosumi bia na obeyi dako e de aba na ya dwedwen Ghana ho ene ehwa dan baby papa nipa benya edi wontiri ato ofatie Mankasim divisional police needs a barracks.
Mankasim divisional
police need a barracks. One of the Alfred and what they need the Abba I don't know. Kofi Don says the perfect man after Ronaldo, but Matthias Saucy or say the knowledgeable Boache Chiramating Ejako, man Torino. Matthias also say, my respect for this man grows every time I hear him speak. Moses a 3 years says, Nana, never lose hope. Honorable Boache is the next president of Ghana.
Amen.
Now, Matthias Saba say, Honorable, we love you. Why? Silas Befi or say President Ronaldo and Dr. Baumia have performed better in this Fourth Republic. We must support them to move Ghana forward. Moses Efriye says, wisdom is speaking. Ransford Lord Walker or say the working institution is Honorable Boache Ejakon. And then Kubaku Jr. In name say we in Malikia. But we hope each other hana mini say Malikia. Or say he listens attentively. He consults with humility. He builds consensus respectfully. He speaks with brilliance, courage, and candor. He leads, we follow. He never walk alone. Boachi Ejaku, you do all. Kokubaku Jr. But my name is Kokubaku Fufrubidia. Now we Silas Befi and was say Silas o message my card on Saliba. O be kwan ma block o na samasa. Silas Jaubi anyan bako. Kendrick Ansa says Honorable Boache Ejaku is a walking encyclopedia with the masses at heart. The love delegates of this great elephant party has shown him is enough. 2024 BBR fine. Moses a free year. The perfect man for NPP 2024. Humble lion. Ghanaian churches can help in affordable housing. Osafu Johnny Ebenezer and was say Alhamdulillah. Kiosk ba. Allah, that. But offer. Let me say, yes, affordable housing. Ma adebi men kwa madwene ho a menti ase se o mind se Ghana ka se me passase ebi abeye 100 hectares ewo all the 16 regions of Ghana se obenya.
Yes.
Okay. So obenya di Ghana ka se o pe ba bi atu anwea e de twa blocks a onya
Obenya pa.
okay. Of a gas na wo ho no ye ni bi ye ni hye wo.
Yeah, what shall
Ghana, o man say Ghana.
Yes.
You share. Okay. Enti enzuo so de obi. Enti enzuo ni. Ya nwe ni. Ya bo kware e benya bi apai. E na cement nzu ni. Okay. O ka PWD enti na ma me kofa sase mo ya bayo. Enti enti na ya nwene hwe ho se. Se wo fa PWD a artisans yi ubenya plumbers, tilers, carpenters, electricians ni nyina hye PWD ho no a yetua wo moka enti sanka bia o man de bia $200 million, $100 million, $50 million eni ni nuanom beko akobo obi pa se baji ne si sada we fama me no sanka betimi de ama ye mnante ne ye maba we omugu PWD ni apa engineers papa ma o ma supervise o so better na si ho aman nanka adwuma nanka ye bibie no ana menkwala adwene no nche da nru animu sa.
Oh, ne kwan so a na wo kan. Na there are a few issues in here. It was say to say sa executive instrument land acquisition. Yankasa ya ye ama ehun egufin kakra.
Okay.
In the past, they issue executive instruments, AG, alloidal owners and SASE. Now, the idea behind executive instrument land acquisition is so why OG DIA BB? So sad could dear no would no one fine ya.
Return to original owners.
Original alloidal owners. Question no. Near bypass alloidal owners and near ton amo be fofro. Akoso enti debiano e de ntokwaba na enti say no o issue pes o can say o koye executive instrument for public housing a home sem doors but it to say the can say you create land banks. That's how you have to do you can do it. So no. Secondly, your resources and cement on. We have a lot of quarry dust, ne rocks. Look, Dubai no near there. Quarry dust rocks near there. it plays a huge in their construction industry. Nti I was say share resources are yen need the building and road research for edi won nim de a create. Na yanka say this is going to be the way forward. But baby na make say holes kakra wo ho. It's quality of labor. PW they are working. The quality of workers are no more PW and no one sabio. So Bekaya a lang no money a coil pediatrology. Armenian is an Armenian Kasajan.
Number one contractor.
Yes, Kasajan of Armenia. Elan Kasajan nomnia. The quality of workers they trained. Say sa quality no. Anyhow. So no.
Because you Kasajan, oko ufi kumasi kusunyanya. On say a free achumako furudia. Sa kokusi hono. On the you sa kwano.
Yes.
Tumusa che but
Yes.
still.
Yes.
Oh.
Look, those days, they believed in quality. Elang adaya osisi yina still uhu say ahondin wo. Say we have to go back and train our artisans to the top level. Ain't in a TVET any vocational schools revival. Ehun here no. Make I say Terikoni. OC
Villaggio.
No, not Villaggio. Trasaco. A lot of the workers, artisans, were brought from Togo. Omu kipu training ne skills. Yaya diene dodoanwa eja kogu Nigeria. So no. Shoddy and sharp work. Enti say ye penesadia. I was say artisan training no. You pay them. But I was say a national policy for public housing for the next 30 years. Ye nyemu. Ye nim say land bank si yaji. Ye nim say ye training artisans. Ye nim say ye created the finance. SNIT. Edu baby na SNIT also omo dining na. SNIT built over 7,000 units. Why? Because one, rent no omo jije no. Nentimi nya maintenance. So no. Ente wa wutu adie no pa no twa no to adie. Ena yesu ene ye ban bi so. Yaw. Ote public housing mu a. Said you be see treaty
Facility.
no. As if say nya ho no ote. Baba bia wote de udi honi. And all of these things need to come together. But is it the kind? Say abanye no say this is the policy, public housing policy. A whole regulations in it, a whole laws in it, a whole sanctions in here. May I sure say edbekoye nim na say de wusi susu no and no subetimi abem.
Honorable Wachi eja akona mne no twetwe nkomo yi. Ofa yemfa no nkonko na yenhwe se enti beyond osagefo no. Yen housing policy ni saying.
And I make us say we went through a champon. Of course, Buzia was just 27.
No, how can me da ko achiri? Ofa me yemfa no fourth republic here you woman.
Fourth Republic, it has more been private
Housing.
what is called the liberalization of the housing market. The JMU say market no one kasa and take care of it. And then the HFC and the war airport. Ufa overhead nasia.
Only fanso on kwani nche ho no. Housing loan
Ghana housing loan something. And then it's our policy nema wo nyina buy. But I still maintain, say, the private market, I will say no, and you're more broader market. Yeah, who did Chamo association school? Huge apartment buildings. Oko National Service opposite. Green. Ofa Independence Avenue so towards 37 and now free 37 over. Ada akese yesi ho nyina. Why pag na enya se skano akotrem. So the private market dey any say a binding any to so say a ho and obe solve social housing problem.
Okay.
I use the word social because I'm thinking of the public good, not the private good. Private there, obi oha, boga bi oha, or the scar, or the barbetrim. Sa dina yesi the baby. A lot of them are empty. And it's a buying say for the social policy there, right? Then we cannot rely on this one. We cannot rely on the private market. I was saying a public housing policy that looks at affordability. And in one document, you bet me I can say, okay, so me can be ana UN Habitat for say person BC 1,000 units. Document we never guide you. Na nya fe ne ye ne ohin ni bi kokon ana na bi kokon asase. All those obstacles ye free kwan mu a boy. There was an experiment in the 80s with Tema. Near from saying Tema housing scheme. One kasa 100 no yes on come say 105 low cost units. Omo bobusia omo nkasa ye ya esisi adani bi they built 53 out of the 150. So no inflation ni ade e de begu omo agro. Ashama e chiro hoso. There's another housing scheme there. Aje kojo ni e friend no say.
Aje kojo.
Mi refi omudin. But they also have built, there's an apartment, sir, low housing apartment. It was set abide by policy to me encourage private investors. Yes, almost could see I can see ya making you. But you create an environment. Private investors instead of say almost be see sa kesieno. Ebeti me see moderate income. Now no the last time I call Equatorial Guinea. Omo will be a friend of Esperanza, the city of hope. Yeah, fekeke.
Omo Guinea for Omakunto kwa.
Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
Equatorial Guinea.
I want some more oil nene man.
Well, but ordinary oil sikano.
Bibi.
Or who say pintain betimi aba over housing. Almost nice complexes. Ebi okra containers near there. But it's a 2 and a 3 bedroom indoor facility BBR. Maybe no. The rent is between $1 and $3 a month. Because oil sika
a month.
Yes. Oil sika and normal dia. Now $1 and $3 I was told say a maintenance fee. They have picked the poorest sections of their society. Poorest. And put them in Esperanza. Esperanza means hope. We are good, we are giving you hope. But I was also tier BB.
Or commitment no.
Or commitment no. And na omo ankasa and a year cleaning every family there no. You commit your time for the cleaning of the yards, cleaning of the place, cleaning the gutters near the. It means to say, ya mau baby atna, shasuye, mausu ko dimbi. na ade a yɛde ama wo no wankɔyɛ no basabasa. That to me is a good public policy.
Yɛbɛtumi ayɛ.
Why not? Bibia ni wa ode wadwene kɔ so a wontimi yɛ. One of my favorite philosophers, a friend of Professor Alfred North Whitehead, or say, everything you see around you is the construct of the human mind. Everything you see around you is the construct of the human mind. If the human mind cannot conceive it, it cannot be done. But so long as the human mind can conceive it, you can do it and you better do it. And yes, I will waste time. And yes, why not? You bet me.
Na offer say be ya ene na say man pende da ko 40 ho o sha affordable housing ase how affordable it is so ya another matter me de men ka kra sokore mampon ma se egu ho o ye bia na odija hokoye man pende da mahama bae wa me wie no na ono so ekofa ebi bae Hope City ni nuanu maka ho okofa ba elu so be wi ase ayehu ada see State House of us had to ogum e si den de presence den ade start na we aba no aba be ne de any ade nti efaso be na wo so say ye ba ko so ase o man ni sika e wo say adwuma no.
To me, a short-sightedness. So no, Ronald Reagan, no can't say be. Or see, if you can allow others to take the credit, you will be shocked or amazed how far you can get. If you can allow others to take the credit, you'll be amazed how far you can get. It was a social project be a batman for whom fast one. It doesn't matter who started it. Complete it. Unless say it is such a hopeless say otwaswa enye. But even there, that's why you have engineers. Engineering can always solve those problems. Intermediate, I believe, is say, housing projects are wubo soon. I will say, it must be a must for us to complete them. Because who complete we who the upper for the entire so now see. Meboa. President Kufuor or started bui. Obi the baby. It is unfortunate that those situations arise. But yet, we are not demanding enough. Yang kasem so no. Say yina ya hunu bibi na ye tu ya no agusua. Aban de duru baby a wo ye dan a wo betie temamufo because ye control so aba. So no. Me feel that it's a combination of things. It's a combination of one, a lack of foresight, and a two, sometimes but if there is sufficient pressure, any government and every government will heed obitia someone to memufu kano na sa projects in area. So President Akufo-Addo by asokore mamponso akuwi.
Wie ni nyina de but
scout wo niema and America niema ye DC sa dan no. They're expensive.
Of a will bibi ti say saglemidie a ho asem wo aye ki. Hwe wo nam kwa no wo ko chupoli ho no. Tu say dan egu fe yes dan no. Ya anye drainage system. Ya anye we in the south dan fe we.
Who you so enye
yi. What kind of human beings are we?
Abro. I say, you only go na late Professor Bene.
Professor Bene.
And my two jokes be na mi rain feeder. Or say Nyankopon or Bonipan or Bo Bruni ɛna ɔsɛ mba broni deɛ na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ broni sɛ mpɛ sɛ mekɔ space ɔsɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ mepɛ sɛ ɔyɛ wei broni ka no bebree ne nyinaa ɔsɛ meba mena mabɔ mema ɔtumi wobɛtumi ayɛ ɛna ɔdaa no ho hwɛ ne ba bibini na ɔsɛ na me ba bibini na wɔ ɔsɛ mede mbɛgya broni obɛgya broni kyɛ sɛ deɛ broni bɛnya bi a ɔbɛma no kakra bia na wasom saa the second joke he said, and that time there we found it offensive, but now you can sit back and laugh. Ɔsi nyankopɔn ɛbɔ asase a ɔbɔ countries wɔ kyikyɛ mu na ɔfa gold na ɔto agu Ghana na ɔfa manganese na ɔto agu hɔ all the resources na ɔto gu hɔ ɛna Angel Gabriel kɔ no so nyankopɔn wei deɛ sorry pa wo yɛ ayɛ pasha asase kitikiti wei
bibia wɔ so
ɛna ɔsɛ me ba Gabriel nya abotrɛ hwɛ nipa a mede bɛgu hɔ ɔsɛ wode nya abotrɛ mede nneɛma no nyinaa agu hɔ na hwɛ nipa a mede wɔn bɛgu hɔ nipa a ɔde bɛgu hɔ no wɔn ntumi fa nyɛ hwee so no
ɛho wɔ ɛta abɛse ho
enti yankasa no as a people we have to wake up and realize that the world is running ahead of us. So no, there be me fi US ba Ghana for 2008 presidential campaign. So I was in it 17 infamous 17. I was in it. Na me can be.
You mean that Kronfo Dunso?
I am Kronfo Dunso.
Tina o ye Kronfo number say.
Me number 12. Just an ancient room is so the nice. And say don't get here the new year. So I used to say something, say, time I'm a World Bank of New York. The network that I was responsible for had 122 markets. And I visited a lot of them. And I saw countries with much less than what we have, dreaming and doing much more than what we are dreaming.
We here means Ghana.
Ghana. I saw countries with much less, dreaming and doing things bigger than we were dreaming and doing.
That is, if we were dreaming at all.
Well, I believe that leadership is effect. Leadership is cause, everything is effect. And I don't mean just president. Leadership at all levels of society. We don't offer leadership even to the lowest levels. So no, yentimi enkenya ye ho man ye ho mene so. Say ade we ehia ye nti ebeye.
On say offer, and na de be am so be ka say that awakening no some way somehow it has to happen. Say as I say ya da che say ye ni ba ye ho so say bibi Kenya ye ma ye ni ba ye ho so say mo sorry na mo da
bibi kura e Kenya ye no sometimes a catastrophic hwe obi asori a na Rwanda asemu esi Rwanda eno e bi na esi Burundi o some kaya asemu a esi Rwanda eno e bi na esi Burundi but the youth of Rwanda resolved say saasemi yentena ho men to ye bio enti de ebeye bia ye de be develop your country no we will do it and they got a leader oje so ma mo wie ye momunye Burundi the youth never resolved and na omo president no ye referee football referee obeso mu ono so kokora sa ko motro modo saa na otete pansam no and no dear who ne baby. And to watch the example of Burundi next door to Rwanda, it tells you, say, the reaction of citizens to the same event is what makes the difference. Yeah, no. I'm saying Ghana for someone to hear though.
That scenario almost is here. Me, books are the brand no back. Why nations fail?
Yes.
And no be papa.
As a glomelu. Author.
Ebieni.
Yes.
sɛ asase baako pɛ ɛkyɛ mmienu baako te bonkum baako te nifa deɛ ɔte nifa no ɔdwene sɛ deɛ na mɛyɛ na makɔ so deɛ ɔte bonkum no sɛ ɔde mo mɛyɛ na so yɛbɛda so no bɔde ebu ebi nya bi edi.
The same thing is with Haiti and Dominican Republic. One island. Border the chip. Dominican for kwenimu, Haiti for kwechiri. It's the mind.
84 Omasif Yasifwa, engineer Omasa Unisi, come on 3 million.
Haiti for majority of them come from Benin.
But they go for the beer. So my you know my dream.
Me sure say. Sana Nyankopon boy.
Sorry to cut you, but sometimes me to why na me di out say. Nyankopon o share that's all boy na say. O wie na dia ho boni nyina no. Na tie na aka se na ne kwala no morning chain bi say me enfa nye experiment no boy because what you know I want to ask you say. Ye won chene. Ye wo maku. Ye wo den. Ye wo po. Ye wo kuku. Ye wo timber. Ye wo bauxite. Your diamond gold dem enkan yo ene de ka ho nyina bi na ade re hye asase mu yesi eni nim de ade betu nti broni betu otu wi a ye de ewom e be 2% 3% afari nyina ade ko
yaw minchwa no trokunkru kire se Nyankopon no ni obi ne ball abode ono nko a enti nya obi na by mistake okubo obi bi abodi bonsam kura omo bibia da abodi a wo hu nyinara no Nyankopon baako ne nsa no adwuma obi a mo bia nka no ene ono obi a mo no
me ame
enti se ye kodwin se ena Isaac Odrofo bi type bi ehye baabi na ekoye bibia
Isaac o nya obeye that boy no
Nyankopon ono nko a ne bo bibia ewo ho 2 oma obi a free will wope ne dia wode ye eno mo obi a bibia ye friend creative intellect adwin a yetemede bonema yetemede niema wa bamanye no yetime etoa so so wo pese eyesi uyi a wa ma ho kwan so wo pese esi uyi so a o ma ho kwan if you read Exodus, Moses when he was reading the blessings and the curses to Israel or say samuye say blessings a woman.
In fact, it is more evident in Deuteronomy.
Yes. And now, samuye say so.
No man ni.
No me a woman.
I think
the
16 and 28
yours.
Deuteronomy.
Yes, the choice is yours. Intermediate me feel say it's just that we've been making the wrong choices. Nyase Nyankopon amoye yi. Nyase boy abro. But the system we created for ourselves. System we created for ourselves. And no, and any more. And no sooner you cram say or Rihanna yempesi a game. Near maybe or ya, MY. So, systems be or why ya, MY. Eh, dana, bibini, or quabruchra. Or to me extent. Mr. B, Ashtown boy. Mitimi kwa bruchri rise ema miankasa makuma to miyem edru baby I decided say enough
Go fie
so no neither na system
broni kotokoto ehwa
me kai say mfum footballer mfum say no ye adwuma o bank no ye adwuma o Bank of New York first time on me me di obisam say me free Jamaica na I'm say David na mi swada na me hwe no me ti Ashtown na me also ye Ghana ni o se me ba afi di bank a meet me anante account rough a kire nkrofo me money bi was so ho so ye mpanyufo but I work very no or no custody and he worked very well. I took interest in him. Tina me beside the line managers say, me paper pay. Everybody was happy with him. A footballer, and his school but the system obeshe mono.
It has perfected him.
It has washed and perfected him. Amoye jumama eniso. So no. And we have to sit down and say, Adintina, your system we MYA. The Chinese went through the same thing. Chinese are almost go Taiwan. After the collapse of Kuomintang. Had you or Taiwan? Na mainland China. Ego etite pro. Omo escape ba New York near Dina etonton groceries near. They were all doing well. Enti edu baby no. Deng Xiaoping asked himself, say, "Eye Deng, and na ye young crofo a omu free kruma. Omu ko abontin. Eko excel no omu ti krum ha. It means our system is wrong. And then na eche Deng etumu under Mao Zedong, right? When Deng came out, he decided, said, no, the system as we have it is wrong. System no nema Chinese entrepreneurship. And you know, one of the things I commend him. That time obedi Prime Minister. That time I was almost handed over Hong Kong. Hong Kong, almost Hong Kong back. Free British for the 99-year lease. Naso. He stood at a village, a fishing village of population 30,000. Which is across from Hong Kong. And he made his famous declaration that from this village, Shenzhen, we are going to rival the power of Britain. From this village of Shenzhen. And ne me call Shenzhen 3 years ago. And ne call Shenzhen. Yao.
Offer.
The city of Shenzhen, GDP, ebro Ghana there so 17 times. One city. Shenzhen has out-rivaled Hong Kong. Shenzhen now has an underground railway system, 5 floors. Determination. What he did was to free the Chinese spirit. Said, "Dia mukwa abontia mukoye no mumeye ofie." So, if our systems are not working, let us question ourselves. Because enye ideological, we must be pragmatic and say, ye beya timemufo bedi na ye ho atoyen na womweni aka womu krum. Slogans enye dwumo. Slogans yemfa nko dwom enko didwa. Si etimi ye nieme ye neskaba ye botom na hoto wo krum eno ne de kansa. Enti asamo a woka no, it is the systems that we have and we must all look at it. I have a famous thing I say I call it the theory of future preference. And it says that the future can and must be better than the present. And we all have a responsibility in making it so. The future can and must be better than the present. And we all have a responsibility in making it so. Yesterday is gone. Me and Yena and Nkroma kan Nkroma wa. Yes, that is gone. Yesterday is gone. If today were perfect, there would be no tomorrow. But God, in His infinite wisdom, gives us a tomorrow so that we can begin to make more perfect the things we couldn't perfect yesterday. nyankopɔn de ama yɛ chance is left to us. Sɛ da bia yɛ bɛtena hɔ ɛna nkroma wɔ ha ɛna buzia wɔ ɛmmoa yɛn, they are gone. Christ ba ne yɛbɛsan hu bio nyɛ saa
sanity
enti yɛbobo yɛdi abeneni ade. What is the use? The future can and must be present. It must be better than the present, and it is our responsibility to make it so.
Honorable Boache Ejakun ena enedwure so yene no atwetwe enkomo. Se wahye yebo se nyame ya adomo a oye busy nanso osumi bi obepone bre no ho kakra e de amaye. Se ne ene de medidi atraso pa no ndu apon ma aduo no. Quite mentimi ankan text message ba ku se mpo. Enye se bia kire se enkomo no ebede. Oh, I am a day, but Odudu Edda, Bakufo and Traso and Che. Of an enemy, many material for the was a pass by.
Miss Omid Damunina, me drew fear, measure calendar and near share.
Next one. Me bomb by saying Yamma Emunaho.
Me perceive me dimmy honey.
I do.
When Jamie offer said, mean to me disappointed.
Debbie of a man, yes, I cry. Now, only your own test I to mention, answer.
Oh, dear, he can't also by the means.
And there be only as it could do. Mention.
A bit of fear, but Miss Rosa, my bomb.
Oh, dear, of a million hour, cry.
I guess of Wobby will
form come home.
Maybe one come one.
As a member,
Debbie, Kwaku from Pong.
Yo, Francis to force him and catch Godwin, Kwame Koshiga, all a pass, Boy Town, or say, one Oba Alice Koshiga, our Webri, Muninamokabu, Edi Mawada, Enti, Omamu Trinkwa, Yankopon, Enshira Munabibia, and yet Kamakama for Emma Obusia, Midramunina, Madame Ofa. Honorable Boache Ejakun ase na senia yakano nyame ya adomo a ebre no bebam na afi ya sign dia tomo nim se da sei Honorable Boache Ejakun baba betrase na yahwe ono so ne age ne nyansapo ya betumi aboa me ya chichire oman Ghana. Isaac Odro Bob Skinny Patricia Sefa Fisher Emmanuel Etiemo Samuel Apia Prince Balfour Asamoah ena Elizabeth Ejin omo na hihye ena medi ho chiame e frame na ya okese obetimi aframe the cardinal nyame eya adom a e wono da foforo de rade asomdwe jamu nyina yo husu yie en wankwankwan koto amane ebiem akra